6th English medium. Today we are going to start Chapter 2 in biology. New components of food. Now, in Chapter 1, we learn about some, like we make the list of some food items and ingredients. And we also identified that in the different part of the India, we get different type of foods. In a different region, like in some of the region we get chapati, dal, curry, etc. Sometimes there is rice, sambar, etc. Now it means that in the different region, according to the available things, they make different type of dishes. We make a vegetable of lady's finger. In some region, they make like appam, fish curry, and different vegetables, etc. So here we say that the food. What is food actually? We can see that food is the edible substance. Edible means that we can eat. Food are the edible substances which we eat. Why? To obtain energy, material required for growth and development of the body, and also to repair worn out tissues. This is called food. So we take food for all these purposes. We need energy to do the different type of work. We have to grow. So for the growth, there must be some special type of food items are required. For the development of the body, for the repair the worn out tissues, because every day lots of tissues are getting damaged. So it need to be repaired. So now here we know that our food generally have at least one item made up of some kind of grains. Grains means like wheat or rice, jowar, bajra, makai, etc. So we need some of them as a food items. It depends on the availability in the different regions. In some regions, wheat is the main crop, so those people can take as a grain wheat. Some others take bajra. In some area, they use maize, means makai. So it depends on the region at which different type of are available. And also we eat some dal or a dish of meat and vegetables. It means that we take not only one type of food. We take the, as I told you, grains, some dal, roti, rice, etc. It may also include like items like curd, buttermilk, pickles, etc., 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 chutney, papad, etc. So we take different type of foods and different regions also. Sometimes we may not really have all these variety in our meals. Means sometimes we are not eating everything. Sometimes we eat only rice and dal or sabji, roti, etc. So, but we need to eat generally the different types of food. Look at the table 2.1 in your book. Here also you can see it. So, in that some food items and the what are the vegetables or others there that you like in Punjab. Punjab, the item of grain is makai, maize. and roti. So they make roti from makai roti. And item of dal is like rajma, kidney beans. They called rajma. So rajma and maize roti, makai roti are the main ingredient, main food items in the Punjab. Also, their special vegetables is also that sarson ka saag or makai di roti em kehvaye lokone માટે. So that sarso is the main vegetables available in them, and curd and ghee is also the main part of their diet. Similarly, if you go to the Andhra Pradesh, there most of them are using rice. Lots of rice is used. Tur dal and rasam. There is a special item of that dal is called rasam. And in vegetables, they eat kunduru or dondakai. That is a special type of vegetables available in their part. And also, they eat buttermilk, ghee, pickles, and so on. It means that different regions are using different types of grains, different types of dal means pulses, different type of vegetables, and other different items also. So now, why do we eat different type of foods? Why don't we eat same type of food? Because that we will learn now that why do or what do different food items contain. So now daily whatever we eat is called the diet. The amount of food taken by an individual at a time is called diet of that individual. It means that when we eat, like in the afternoon time we take our lunch, that time what do we eat? The roti, sabji means vegetables, rice, dal, and sometimes papad, papdi or pickles, etc. That is called the diet. Means the amount of food taken by an individual at a time. Either for the lunch, we can count as a dinner also. In dinner also we take different types of materials as a food. So that is called the diet. And nutrients. Nutrients mean the main components of the food, like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals, which are the main components of food, which are known as the nutrients. They are called the nutrients. And what is nutrition? Nutrition means taking these nutrients which provide us energy, help in the growth, in the repair of the food, repair of the body, etc. So that process of taking food which help in giving energy and the growth, etc., that process is known as the nutrition. Now we are talking about now that we take a different type of food. Means we have to take grains, we have to take vegetables, we have to take curd and buttermilk, etc. Why do we need different types of food? Because different types of food are giving us different types of components, different types of nutrients. Therefore, we have to eat. Then, if a diet which provides adequate amount of all nutrients means this one all. Which one? Carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals, along with some roughage and water. Roughage is required for the easy digestion of the food, because they are very, very important. So all these 5 plus roughage and water we must get in adequate amount, not less than it, not more than it. Then that type of diet is known as balanced diet. And we must eat a balanced diet, because if we don't eat balanced diet, then in the next standards, higher standards, you will learn about it, that some diseases are also caused if we don't eat a balanced diet. Means some of these nutrients are less in our body, we can get some different types of diseases. So we must know that which type of food items giving you which type of nutrients. So, we know that the nutrients now, right? Now, the carbohydrates, starch, energy, fats. Energy means the ability to do work, which we get from the carbohydrates and starch and fats. So now what are the carbohydrates? The food which provides us energy to work is called carbohydrate. So the carbohydrates, most of the grains and sugar, they are giving us energy. Means they are carbohydrates. They are giving the carbohydrates. So the food which provides us energy to work, they are called carbohydrates. And starch is also the major source of carbohydrate. You get starch from the potatoes and some other vegetables also. So they are the sources of energy. Now what is energy? Energy means ability to do work. Ability to do work is called energy. Now the other is the fats. Fats are also sources of energy, but they are the rich sources of energy. Means they provide more energy than the carbohydrates. But that energy should be in the proper amount. If you get more fat also, it is harmful for your body. So fat items giving more energy, but it is not so much to take in our body. Otherwise, it can have the worst effect on our body also. So the fats are obtained from the ghee, oil, etc. also. Then the proteins. Proteins means the food items that needed for growth and repair of the body are called proteins. And proteins are getting from the milk, egg, pulses, etc. How do we know that which items are giving us carbohydrates, energy, fats? So generally we have to understand that the carbohydrates are generally found from the most of the grains like wheat, your rice, jowar, bajra, millet means bajra same, and the maize, etc. And they are the carbohydrates which are the main source of energy. So most of the energy requirement we have to take from the carbohydrate. Doesn't matter, the fats are giving you more energy, and therefore we have to eat that carbohydrates also. Now the fats are rich sources of energy, oil, butter, ghee, etc. And that we know that we don't have to take in much amount because they can be harmful, but little amount of it is also required in our daily diet. And then the carbohydrates, etc. Now starch, as we talked about the starch, how can we detect the presence of starch? For starch, the testing of starch, we use the solution of iodine. Iodine solution is used how? When we take the iodine solution and put it on the like a rice or our roti, then what will happen? That will turn either blue or black. Why? Because the iodine has a color change with the starch. When the starch is present in it, the iodine will change the color from yellowish or golden to blue or black. So we can taste the starch by taking that blue-black color when we put the items. So if you put like in the roti or on the puri, etc., that made from that thing starch, they are carbohydrate also, but it's a different type of carbohydrate. So main is the starch. So if you put on the potatoes, on the wheat items like puri, roti, etc., in that when the drop of iodine is put in it, then they will give blue-black color. So that can be the presence of starch there. Taste of protein also there. if we take a food item and if you want to taste is a solid, you first need to make a paste or powder. Then what you have to do, put some of this in a clean test tube and shake the test tube. Then using dropper, you have to add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution and 10 drops caustic soda. Then you have to shake well, and if you see that it turns violet, then it contains proteins. So first, if it is in the solid form, you have to crush it and make a paste. Then you have to take 10 drops of solution of caustic soda and 2 drops of copper sulfate in that food items, and then shake it well, right? Then if you see that the contents is turning violet, that means it contains proteins. Similarly for the fats. Fats are oily substance. So what you have to do? You have to take it item on the paper and rub it on the paper. And if it will give the oily substance on the paper, then you can say that the fats or the oils are also in that. So we learn about the carbohydrates, you learn about the fats and the proteins. In the next video, we will learn more about some vitamins and minerals. So here we are going to stop this video, but you have to follow after this video the PDF file. You will get PDF file along with this video, and then that PDF file you have to write down in your fair notebook. And if any problem, any confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.